Thank you for tuning in to Home of Politics, ladies and gentlemen. And during the Christmas festivals, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua had completely warned the youths of Nyeri to keep off and to stay away from any meeting that will be organized in Nyeri which has the intention of passing illegal or misusing the youths in one way or another for the benefits of the leaders. And so he was doing this deliberately to caution the youths about the alleged planned meeting that was organized by Maina, and the meeting was to be attended by very many youths, which was to mark the end of 2023 year crossing to 2024 as the peak year festival. And we see up to that point there is some of the ideas that we are getting. There is a collide in power between the popularity of Maina and Rigathi Gachagua, the deputy president. But before that, the meeting that had been scheduled, the youths attended the meeting. It was attended by more than 5,000 youths, but the police officers had been stationed everywhere, and it was against what it had been warned, and the youth did not listen. They attended the meeting, but surprisingly enough, Maina himself was absent. He did not attend the meeting, and so it means he avoided the meeting, knowing very well that this was an illegal meeting.
Mimi naitwa Richard Geshoke. Tulikuwa tumekuja hapa kama maombi, tulikuwa tumeitwa na Maina na sisi kama vijana tulikuwa tumekuja kuomba juu unajua ni mwisho wa mwezi, ni mwisho wa mwaka. So tulikuwa tumekuja kuomba hapa, kuomba Mwenyezi Mungu atusaidie kwa hii mwaka yenye imekuwa mzuri na hii mwaka yenye tunakuja kuingia hata ikuwe mzuri. So tulikuwa tumekuja kuomba, lakini tulikuwa almost 5,000 people kuja kuomba, lakini tukaona venye kumeendelea, sisi tumekuja watu almost 1,000 wameshikwa.
During the day when the meeting was scheduled, so many youths turned up and the meeting did not happen because Maina was not available, and the police also had warned the people from holding such a meeting, and so they disrupted the meeting. Some of the youths were arrested, and that was the end of that day. But it seems because the youth responded to the call of Maina, they did not want to return back to their homes because they felt like they really need to hear what Maina had called them for. And so because the alleged meeting had been prohibited by Deputy President and security personnel had been deployed everywhere, these are the police officers across the town and any entrance of the town, then this meeting was illegal and the youths had to be dispersed by the police officers so that nothing bad could happen during that day. And so it really surprises us that the youths are accepting that the person who invited the meeting was Maina, but on the other hand, Maina is denying that the alleged meeting was not categorized or clarified that it will happen. It was not authorized by any of the police officer or any of the leaders of the region that the meeting would happen. And so for Maina to be out of the blame game, he's just trying to put the blames on the youths, that the youths themselves decided to organize the end of the year festival at Kabiruini Stadium so that they can celebrate in their own way. He is detaching himself with the fact that he is the organizer behind that meeting only because it was a prohibited meeting.
The cost of living. Stop criminalizing Kikuyu youth. Do the honorable thing to reduce the cost of living. On the alleged meeting that was alleged to take place at Nyeri Kabiroini Stadium, we categorically state that there was no such a meeting that had been called or scheduled to take place, as no notice had been issued to the effect either to the members of the public or to the police. The innocent youth who have been arrested are just going about their usual businesses in preparation for their New Year celebration. We urge the police or those who have arrested the innocent youth to release them immediately. We also remind the state that every Kenyan has a guaranteed freedom of association.
This tells us that these political leaders can manipulate the youths to do things, and at the end of it all, when these youths are found in problem or they are found in troubles, they were nowhere to be seen, because the first thing, Maina himself was missing during that day. Thirdly, after he has had so many youths have been arrested because the meeting was against the authority, then Maina is coming again denying the meeting that there was no any authority that was involved in arranging the meeting. The youths decided on their own to organize a meeting. Maina is out of it, other political leaders are out of it, police and other authorities in the region were not identified or were not notified that the meeting will be held. And so Maina has just fixed the youths, because one of the youths have been speaking during the interview that he confirmed that Maina is the person who called for the meeting, and instead of at least clarifying why the youths were called there, he is again rejecting all the allegations. And so youths should be very careful whenever they are called upon by these politicians. Yes, it is good to have followers, and the people who are energetic in the environment are the youths, because the youths are the majority. But they should be careful when such like a thing happens again. They are being left on crossroads, because the organizer of the meeting or the leader of the meeting himself is staying away because he knows what might happen to him. Of course, it is not possible for the government to arrest all the youths or to plan something that can happen against one person. But you remember the other day when Maina disappeared, he was tortured. He is remembering some of the past events that happened in his life, and that is why he refrained from that meeting. Although he has been saying that they had a funeral, those such like things, but they did not want to disappoint the youth by postponing the meeting immediately, because it will disappoint the youths. But of course, what he has displayed is not a good picture enough, because he is the cause of those meetings. He is the reason as to why some of the leaders are clashing, because of the popularity, to win the popularity from the people and the support of the youths in the ground. I don't know what you think and how you can advise the youths, because whenever they are called upon, they should be very careful so that they cannot be used by these leaders. For instance, it is true that there is the fight of popularity between the deputy president and Maina and other leaders from Mount Kenya, only because they want to win the popularity in politics. Send me your ideas in the comment section. Have a good day.